Permission to rest, permission to relax, permission to stop holding yourself together for a while. You do not need to be alert right now. You do not need to be prepared. You do not need to keep thinking. For this moment, you are allowed to let everything soften. Or, before we continue, just a gentle note. This audio is for relaxation and general comfort only. It isn't medical advice, and it isn't a replacement for professional support. If you are experiencing serious health concerns, please speak with a qualified professional. For now, this is simply a calm space. Nothing more, nothing less. Permission to rest does not need to be earned. You do not have to finish everything first. You do not have to clear your mind completely. You do not have to deserve this moment. You are already allowed to relax. If your mind feels active, that's all right. If your body feels slightly tense, that's all right. If today felt long, heavy, or unclear, that's all right. Nothing about tonight requires fixing. This is not a performance. There is no goal to reach before sleep arrives. There is no correct way to settle. There is only gradual softening. Let your shoulders drop slightly. Not forced, just allowed. Let your jaw loosen. Let your tongue rest gently. Small signals of safety. Small signals that the work has stopped. Your breathing continues without supervision. In and out. It does not need improvement. It does not need control. It simply continues. You may notice how quiet the room feels, or perhaps the soft, steady sounds in the distance. Nothing urgent, nothing sharp, nothing requiring your attention. Long neutral sleep begins with neutrality. Not excitement, not intensity, not emotional processing, just steadiness. There is nothing to solve right now, nothing to rehearse, nothing to anticipate. The day has finished, even if it felt incomplete, even if things remain undone. They belong to tomorrow. Tonight is not for planning. It is not for analyzing. It is not for evaluating yourself. It is for allowing your system to power down gradually. If your thoughts try to gather momentum, you can gently remind them. Not now, not harshly, not critically, just calmly, not now. There will always be more to think about, but there does not have to be more thinking in this moment. Let your legs feel heavier. Let your arms feel supported. Let gravity handle the effort of holding you still. You do not need to hold yourself up. Quiet. Permission to relax means you do not need to brace. Not against tomorrow. Not against conversations. Not against outcomes. You can set that vigilance down. Your body may take a few moments to trust this pause. That's normal. It unwinds in layers. First, the muscles, then the breath, then the thoughts. Even if your mind is still slightly active, you are already resting. Rest does not require silence. It requires less effort. Notice any small area of tension, perhaps in your neck or behind your eyes. You do not need to force it away. Simply noticing it often softens it. Awareness without pressure. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not failing at sleep. You are simply transitioning. And transitions are gradual. Long neutral sleep is not dramatic. It does not arrive with intensity. It arrives quietly, often unnoticed. If a thought begins and fades halfway through, that is a sign of slowing. You do not need to complete every sentence in your mind. You can let thoughts trail off. Unfinished is acceptable tonight. Your nervous system responds to signals of safety. Soft muscles, slow breath, still posture. You are giving those signals now. Nothing in this room is demanding action. Nothing is escalating. Nothing is approaching. The environment is steady. You can mirror that steadiness. Let your breathing lengthen slightly, not by force, just by allowing the exhale to take its time. The exhale often softens the body more than the inhale. Permission to rest includes permission to be imperfect. If sleep takes time, that's fine. If your mind drifts in and out, that's fine. Even lying here quietly benefits you. You do not need deep insights tonight. You do not need breakthroughs. You do not need emotional processing. Neutral is enough. Calm is enough. The world continues without your supervision. Emails wait. Messages wait. Plans wait. Nothing collapses because you pause. Your body has carried you all day. Even small movements require energy. Even quiet decisions require energy. Even thinking requires energy. Fatigue is not weakness. It is information. And the appropriate response to fatigue is rest, not criticism, not pressure. Rest. Let your eyelids remain heavy. Let your forehead smooth. Let your chest rise gently and fall gently. The more you remove effort, the more space sleep has to arrive. Sleep prefers invitation over force, and tonight you are inviting it softly. You may begin to notice time becoming less defined, thoughts less structured, breathing more automatic. This is the beginning of dimming. Verse Aiki. There is no need to monitor the process. Monitoring keeps the mind active. Instead, you allow. You drift. You soften. If a random thought appears, you can acknowledge it lightly and let it move on. No debate, no correction, just movement. Long neutral sleep does not require intensity. It requires consistency, the same steady signals repeated gently, breathing, softening, stillness. Your shoulders remain heavy. Your hands rest without gripping. Your jaw stays loose. Your legs supported fully. Nothing is required. Nothing is expected. Nothing is missing. You are not trying to achieve sleep. You are allowing it. There is a difference. Trying creates pressure. Allowing creates space. Space is here now. Space between thoughts. Space in your breathing. Space in your muscles. And in that space, the body remembers what to do next. You are still here, still breathing, still supported. Nothing has changed in the room. And that steadiness is important. Long sleep begins with repetition, not excitement, not intensity, just repetition of calm signals. Your body responds to consistency, so we remain consistent. Your shoulders remain heavy. Your jaw remains loose. Your hands rest without gripping. Your legs supported fully. Nothing is required. Nothing is expected. Nothing is missing. If your thoughts are quieter now, that is natural. If they are still active, that is natural too. This is not a test. There is no right pace, only gradual softening. Permission to relax continues. You do not need to prepare for sleep. You do not need to monitor whether it is coming. Sleep arrives when effort leaves. So we keep removing effort. Let your breathing settle into its own rhythm. You do not need to deepen it. You do not need to slow it deliberately. Just let it exist. The body regulates itself when unpressured. There is nothing left to analyze, nothing left to correct, nothing left to improve tonight. Even unfinished things are allowed to remain unfinished. They are not urgent in this hour. Notice the temperature of the air. Neutral, steady, nothing sharp, nothing disruptive. Your environment is calm, and you can mirror that calm internally. Long neutral sleep does not rely on emotional intensity. It relies on steadiness. Your nervous system unwinds best when nothing dramatic is happening. And nothing dramatic is happening here. If your mind attempts to bring in something from earlier today, you can let it pass, like a cloud moving across the sky, seen briefly, then gone for. You are not responsible for reviewing the day. The day has already been lived. It does not require editing. It does not require rehearsal. It is complete enough. Your breathing may feel softer now, less deliberate, less noticed. That is a sign of settling. You are not making it happen. You are allowing it. Your body feels heavier against the surface beneath you. not stuck, just supported, fully held. There is nothing you need to hold up. Long sleep often arrives in small stages. First, the muscles release. Then the thoughts lose structure. Then awareness becomes less sharp. You may already be moving through those stages. If you notice moments where you almost drift and then return, that is normal. Drifting in and out is part of the process. There is no need to judge it. There is no need to fix it. You are not failing at sleep. You are transitioning. And transitions are gradual. Permission to rest remains. Permission to relax remains. Permission to stop holding everything remains. It does not expire. It does not need renewing. It is simply here. Your eyelids remain heavy. Your forehead smooth. Your breathing even. Your hands still. Your legs warm and relaxed. There is no advantage to staying alert, no benefit to thinking harder, no reward for solving tomorrow in advance. Rest restores more than late-night effort ever could. Let your awareness soften further. You do not need to follow every word. They can become background, like distant sound, present but unimportant. The room continues quietly. The night continues steadily. Time moves without your supervision. You do not need to push it forward. Your body knows this rhythm. Work, pause, work, pause. Tonight is pause, a long one. If a small tension returns somewhere, soften it again. There is no limit to how many times you are allowed to release. Each release sends the same message. Safe, still, enough. Long neutral sleep does not require silence in the mind. It requires reduced engagement. Thoughts can exist without being followed. Sensations can exist without being interpreted. Everything can remain neutral. Neutral does not mean empty. It means steady, balanced, unforced. You do not need strong calm. You do not need deep emotion. You do not need insight. Neutral is enough. Your breathing continues. In, out, without your effort, without your control. The body handles it. You can trust that. If you wake later in the night, this same softness applies. No frustration, no urgency. Just returning to breath. Returning to stillness. Returning to neutrality. Nothing about tonight needs to be dramatic. It is simple. Breathing, stillness, wait. Your shoulders remain heavy. Your jaw remains loose. Your hands rest without gripping. Your legs supported fully. Nothing is required. Nothing is expected. Nothing is missing. Even the effort of listening can fade now. You do not need to concentrate. You do not need to follow. You can drift. Sleep may already be forming quietly, not announced, not dramatic, just subtle fading. Thoughts less complete, breathing more automatic, time less defined. You do not need to notice the moment it happens. It will simply feel like distance, like stepping slightly further away from wakefulness. Long sleep grows from repetition, and repetition continues. Breathing, softening, stillness. Your system understands what to do next. It has done this thousands of times before. You do not need to guide it. You only need to stop interfering. No more evaluating. No more preparing. No more correcting. Just allowing. Your body grows warmer and heavier. Your mind grows quieter and less structured. The layers of alertness continue to drop, gently, gradually. There is nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, no outcome to achieve, only this steady moment. And the next. If thoughts appear again briefly, they can fade again briefly. You do not need to engage them. They do not require response. They lose energy when ignored. Your breathing remains slow. Your muscles remain soft. Your awareness continues to dim. The night is stable. The room is quiet. You are supported. Nothing is required. Nothing is expected. Nothing is missing. Remain here, soft, still, unhurried. Only this breath and the next, and the quiet permission to let yourself fall fully into long, steady sleep.